Hi, I'm Frank Lloyd, and here's my second video tutorial celebrating my latest recording, No Limits. I'd like to help you push your own limits on the horn, so this time I'm going to concentrate on high and low range. You'll notice that one particular piece on the CD, namely the Paganini Violin Caprice No. 17, there's an enormous amount of springing about from high to low. So I'm going to start talking about how I approach playing high and low in very quick alternation. When I practice high, and you've got to realize that in this sort of playing, it's not going to be the same sort of practice and preparation that you're going to do like for playing in symphony orchestra, which is a different sort of blowing. This is enabling yourself to play very lightly and flexible in the upper register and also in the lower register. So you don't want any one particular range of the instrument. Like if you concentrate so much on the high range, you're going to make the low range much tighter. And likewise, if you do a lot of practice in the low register to improve your low register, then you're going to compromise to some extent your high register. So I tend to work at both together, in that my flexibilities on which I base a lot of my practice are going to take me into the high register, but I'm going to extend each exercise down into the low register. So I always keep in touch with my low register. And for me, a lot of my practice involves playing in the middle and low register. That's where my weaknesses are, and that's where I need to do a lot of work every day in order to get that nice and open and nice and full. So for instance, I might start practicing in my high register after having done a basic warm-up, just to take me into the upper register. And then I'd work up from there. And then I start bringing in some lower notes. So I'm really opening out again. So it means I'm not getting too tight in the upper register. If I prolonged the playing in the upper register, it would mean I would get tight, and I wouldn't be so loose then to immediately be able to play down in the extreme low register. When I want to do some specific exercises in the low register, and these exercises are generally very good for opening your low register and getting some more sound, getting the airflow, and also training your breathing so that you get used to taking big breaths, enough breaths to get through these exercises because they take a lot of air. So I work into the low register, mostly working on scales, like it's like a long note practice. I start quietly, build a crescendo in the middle, and then a diminuendo on the way back up. So I'm doing more things. I'm doing 2 or 3 things at once. Good long note practice, and also training the low register to get that fuller, bigger, and with more sound. Nice airflow, nice and open airflow. Think so we open our palate at the back, so we're always using that air most efficiently. And let's go a little bit lower. this helps me get nice and open and get some really nice flow in that low register, which for my own playing is the key to playing high, because it gives me nice and open and resonant sound, which I can then extend up into the high register. So once I've worked at both ends, getting nice and flexible in the high register and being able to jump very quickly coming back down, then I could start tackling these elements in the likes of the Paganini, where we start so already we're high and low. And also we brought in now another element, which is singing together with playing. Very briefly, because this is really subject of another video in itself. So when starting practicing singing and playing, you can start two ways. Initially, you can start with the playing note and then add the singing note. So for this one, or if it's easier, start singing. La. And then use that air, same air, for vibrating the lips, and that brings the second note. Then moving together. You will notice at the beginning when you start practicing this that the playing note obviously wants to jump to the note that you're actually singing, and it's getting this separation, getting that the playing note to remain stable at the same time that you're singing the note on top of it. Once you get over that hurdle and they work separately, then really you can do anything. More difficult for female voices, because you just don't have the low resonance that male voices have. So quite often it means jumping the octave and playing the octave higher, because it's not going to be possible to sing so low. But we do get more resonance in this very low register. So basically, we have the jumping between the two registers, and then the jumping to the low register. See, I'm not using a lot of power in the upper register. It's not necessary. It's the effect of doing it. And also keeping very coordinated with the fingers. Make sure that although it's difficult to hear all of the fingerings, they're actually all in place. And in the next phrase, we have a very fast chromatic scale. So these fast scales sound almost like glissandi, but if you slow them down, I'm actually fingering all of the notes. What the air is doing is just I'm playing almost like a glissando air, but from low to high, and then all the notes to speak. Coordination again is an important factor. Well, that concludes it for this video. I hope I've been able to give you a little more insight in this particular element of playing, and I'm sure that with your diligent practice, your own technical skills will improve and add to your enjoyment of playing the horn. Be sure to like and send this video to your friends, and if you would like to find out where you can purchase No Limits, please go to the links provided in the text just below this video. I'm Frank Lloyd, and until next time, bye for now.